talking to her about this. I didn't speak a lot of Spanish when I first got there, so I had a lot of time to sit inside my head. So I wrote a novel, and it's kind of going all right. Anyways, we're going to start it off. Let's see, we're going to start off with my first train ride. I was a dirty kid for a long time. I don't know if I ever learned their names, but they were quite a charming bunch. One was a hitchhiker by trade. I called him Little Tim. He looked like he was about 15 years old. Half of his face was torn off from 2 separate incidents, getting hit by cars on the highway. One of them reeked of piss. He had pissed his pants multiple times in the last month. He swore to never wash them. His reasoning was, when he went to jail, everyone got lice, and when they washed his Carhartts, they fell into pieces. And the third enjoyed singing goth songs to himself, rather loudly. His style of dress was a cross between crust and glamour punk, with a whole lot of Billy Joel in the mix. He also had a wonderful lisp. And there I was, being stared at by these 3 boys, as if they hadn't seen or spoken to a woman since they left their mother's womb. We made a 2-mile walk that lasted an entire day. This is in Richmond, Virginia, by the way. Finding bushes every other block to drink sidewalk slammers. The Superwall was the name of the hop-out spot. All it was a freeway underpass, and at the end of the hill lay the tracks, and the barrier wall between the tracks and the highway was covered in graffiti. Here we drank copious amounts of Mad Dog and 40s, until the still moment the roar of my first train ride came alive. I heard it a mile away, the steel grinding its wheels towards me, its rust making the train scream as loud as the thoughts in my head were screaming back at me. The stack smoking and the knuckles clanking against each other, it was terrifying. My heart was racing, the alcohol was spilling itself into my veins faster and faster, charged by adrenaline. My feet started running without command. I felt like I was running for dear life. Fondling for the straps of my pack to buckle onto my back, I got to the bottom of the hill, watched the steel beast try to leave me behind. It didn't stop. What do I do? Get the fuck on the train, someone screamed. I jumped on the ladder of the grainer and crawled it right into my first train ride. I hid in the owl's nest, panicked, stressed, and so very relieved. I fell in love at first sight, or in this case, first ride. The rapid beat of my heart, the exhaustion of my body, the blisters on my feet, and the gut ache from the sweet alcohol. I loved every bit of that moment. My fellow road dogs climbed on the porch. I thought I had lost them, and for some odd, fucked up reason, the presence of these sick misfits comforted me. As we rolled into the land of the misfit toys, the southbound train was beginning to something that has yet to end. All of these pieces of steel welded together, fabricated into this man-made machinery. It was the beginning of a sound mind and a suicide that ceased. This train left me constantly running, always something new, to discover more of mankind's strange. Which leads to my only cover.
Yeah! Thank you!
I can settle down, let me do it just fine. To hear the train roll down the line, hurry straight home and pack. And if I didn't go, I'd leave my blow my sack. Love you, baby, but you gotta understand, when the gods made me rambling gal, I told you only the truth. Get off your knees, please don't please me. Da-di-da-di-da. Some folks might say that I'm no good, that I wouldn't settle down if I could. When that open road starts calling me, there's something over the hill that I gotta see. Sometimes it's hard, but you gotta understand, when the gods made me rambling down, I will miss you, but I got the blues. If only you knew, this is my cue to get the fuck out of here. Let me travel this land, from the mountains to the sea, 'cause that's the life I believe they meant for me. when I'm gone, and at my grave you stand, just a hand called home, you're right, gal. Road is my home, traveled along, never homeward bound. Ask me to stick around, da-de-da-de-da. When I come back, my ashes will blow along the stack. Forever I'll haunt your sweet, sweet dreams, 'cause that's the life I believe they make for me. Love you, darling, but you gotta understand, the world burned down this rambling gal. The world burned down this rambling gal. I'll haunt your dreams, don't forget me. I'll haunt your dreams, stay away from me. Da-de-da-de-da. This thing is way too short. Hold on, there we go.